Okay, so I'm gonna quickly fill you in with what happened today. It's currently October 28th. It's currently 4:20 p.m. Great timing, and we had the friggin' English reading and physics test. For the English reading test, it's kinda easy. I mean, there are a couple of confusing questions, but I think I can handle it pretty well. So that's not really my concern at all. And then we had the physics test, which is, I don't think I did pretty well. I think I fucked up quite a number of questions. But you know, I don't care. I don't really care if I mess up. I think I'm gonna pass. I think I'm gonna pass this physics test. But I don't think I'll get high scores. But you know, it's all right. You know, I don't really care about school all that much anymore. Fuck. But yeah, I'm going to do some revision on biology, and it's going to be yeah, it's going to be hopefully we have enough time. I have to do a Full Metal Alchemist review also, so I'm gonna be a little fast. Accompanied with mooncake, I'm gonna study some biology. Let's go. A prediction and experiment. Electrons, the electron ones are really cool. Transmission is the coolest. Scanning one is kind of lame. Helps synthesize with proteins. For smooth, it helps synthesize lipid hormones. Yeah, and this is the plant cell. Arranged like this, and molecules can actually go through. Some small molecules can go through. Here are in a hypertonic solution, the cell becomes flaccid. My phone is glitching out, and we have active transport. Pretty cool. Yay. Works against the concentration gradient. We have phagocytosis. Oops, someone's texting me. Okay, chapter 4, enzymes and metabolism. So we have catabolism and anabolism. And then of course, yeah, stuffs like that. Lactose, sucrose intolerance, that would suck. A polysaccharide. Gross photo. Vitamin C, you can find them in lemon and all that good stuff. And kiwi. Kiwi has a high concentration. You can test. Or egg white, you can test for a lipid with the grease spot test. You can test for a starch with iodine. That's 2123. So that's pretty cool. 2123. So this is the structure of a teeth, and we got bile secreted by the liver, stored temporarily in the gallbladder. You can cut it off, you would still be alive. And then we also got the poop. We're not, yeah, there we go. That's the poop. And then that is the book. That's the entire book. Okay, book 1B, here we go. First of all, we breathe. This is the human breathing system. This is an air sac. This is how much we breathe. This is all that good stuff. This is the transported oxygen, hemoglobin, all that. Chapter 8, transport in humans. We have blood. We have a bunch of blood. arteries and veins. We got blood pressure and all that. We got this is the structure of the heart. We got valves and all that. It's very interesting. Nutrition in plants and gas exchange in plants. Photosynthesis, it is a thing. It exists. It's pretty cool. This is a leaf cell. Also looks pretty cool. Palisade, mesophyll cells and all that. Transpiration, transport, and support in plants. For transpiration, there's the transpiration pool. For, yeah, we got the stomata first. So the stomata sort of, you know, water evaporates and all that. And then there's a pool of transpiration from the roots. And then this is these, the phloem and xylem. This is the cross section of the stems, and then yep, and then there's other cells, which yeah, just thick-walled cells, and sometimes the thin-walled cells are kind of turgid. And then we have a book two. Book two, here we go. That's a cute baby. Okay, cell cycle and division. So there are two types of cell divisions. We have the mitotic cell division and then the meiotic cell division. And you gotta like duplicate the DNA and all that. And then chapter 12, reproduction and flowering plants. You can do binary fission. You can have these adventitious rootstuffs. Like in onions, you got bulbs and all that. It's really interesting. Oh, look at that. Is that ginger? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's interesting. And we got the carpels and, okay, yeah. And oh boy. Okay, so this is the reproduction stuff. Okay, not YouTube friendly. YouTube will hate me. Okay. Okay, growth and development. We got elongation, cell division, differentiation. It just grows like that. It pushes in. We got tree rings, pretty cool. Humans also kind of grow. Alright, detecting the environment now. It starts to get interesting. We got eyes, we got the ears. Yep, we got the ears, we got the ears, we got the not yet, we got the ears, not yet, we got the ears, there we go. We got oxen and plants, pretty awesome. Number 16. We got neurons, look at that, good stuff. Oh boy, oh wow, we have a brain, we got the cerebrum, the cerebellum, the medulla oblongata, and we got the spinal cord sort of, you know, doing reflex actions. Okay, get me out of here. And then we got a bunch of hormone, like endocrine glands and all that good stuff. Yep, moving over, movement in humans, we got bones and muscles. Bones. Yeah, we got bones and muscles. And okay, where were we? And we got homeostasis, where we maintain a balance of like a bunch of stuffs in our body and like negative feedback system and all that. Look at this guy. What an idiot. Oh my gosh. I lost this thing in the drain like a month ago. Shit. It's gross. Look at this. And then look at this. Yeah, fuck. I don't... You know what? Let's throw it back down. I'm just kidding. I'm happy that I got it back. There's still one more. Okay, so I caught another roach. And I didn't kill it. But I think it's dead. I think I actually killed it. But I didn't squash it. I used one of those bath gels, soap. Shampoo, yeah. And it was crawling up from here, and I basically, you know, put some shampoo on here, and it's very heavy, and it crushed the roach to death, apparently. I think it's dead, I don't know. Okay, so right now it's 4:20 p.m. again. On October, I think, 30th or something. Yeah, October 30th, and I am, you know, let's talk about what happened yesterday. So yesterday it was maths and biology. So for maths, it was quite easy. With the exception of the last question, which is really friggin' difficult and really complicated, and I actually didn't even do the question. So I lost 10 points right there, 10 marks, which sucks. I mean, I tried to do it, but at the end I just gave up. And then we have the biology test, which is, it's quite difficult. It's quite hard. It's noticeably difficult. And, I don't know. It's either a hit or a miss. And, you know, for some tests, after you do it, you have confidence in that you know what you're doing. But for biology, I don't have that confidence. So, you know, I think I'm gonna pass biology, okay? I think I'm gonna pass, but I don't think I'll get, like, a high score or anything. Other than that, that's it. I came back home and nothing happened. Also, recently, it is revealed to me that Grant has a crush on Anne, and Grant tried to date Anne in the middle of the midterms. That's not a wise idea. So I want to comment on this. Edward has had a crush on Anne before, and now Grant has a crush on Anne as well, and tried to ask her out. This is, I mean, yeah, Anne is cute, so I kind of understand them. But, Anne's personality is not really my type. I mean, she's very uptight. She has a really uptight personality that I'm not that crazy about. But yeah, appearance-wise, I guess she's kind of cute. But she's like a lolly. So, not my type either. But yeah, I hope Grant gets her. But if Grant doesn't end up getting her, well, too bad. In fact, Anne told Topher and Natalie that she loves someone else in the class. She loves someone else, and it's not Grant. And Topher asked Anne if it's him, because Topher is a perverted, filthy, egotistic son of a bitch. I don't understand. How can you be this delusional? Like Topher is so delusional in that he thinks when a girl speaks to him, he thinks the girl likes him, like in a romantic way. But that's just straight up erotic delusion. Anyway, back to Anne's crush. Anne also has a crush on someone, and it's not Grant. And I personally think it's Tom, which makes a lot of sense because they sit together, front and back, and they are really close. They talk to each other a lot, so I think it's Tom. If it's not Tom, it's probably either Dean or Ronald. They're also chill, charming guys. Definitely not me. One thing for sure, definitely not me. Nobody likes me in school, basically. I mean, like romantically, nobody likes me. Friendship-wise, nobody really likes me all that much either. So, there's that. And I'm 100% sure that, Anne doesn't really like my personality because I tend to act quite weird. I mean, I'm not that weird, but, sometimes I like to crack dumb jokes. Other times I get super serious and I get super sad. So my personality spectrum is like very large, very broad. I have a broad personality spectrum. So I guess Anne doesn't really like that. But Anne doesn't hate me either. Like, Anne, respects me and all that. I sent her 4 memes that I made. But yeah, anyway, I am lonely. I don't know what the hell am I doing. I'm gonna spend the entire day here in my own apartment and probably spend some time doing an album review. And I'm also gonna do some revision on chemistry because I have the chemistry test tomorrow, as well as liberal studies and English listening, and then afterwards I have Chinese test on Friday, which is terrifying. So I'm gonna study chemistry now, and then afterwards some Chinese, and then afterwards chemistry again, and then afterwards some liberal studies, some essay writing, and then at the end of the day I'm gonna finish up with a little bit of chemistry, and then yeah, we'll see what it's like 12:30 November 1st, and I want to die. You know, like, other than revising and memorizing the 6 passages we're told to memorize, which are all in this book conveniently, I'm gonna try to, like, do other stuffs as well, like redo some past papers, which is one of the most common ways to study, and one of the most effective as well. So take notes, Westerners. Okay, it's November 1st, and it's Wendy's birthday, so shout out to Wendy. Also, I realized that this part should be in November's school update video, but then not really, because November 1st is also the last day in my last midterms, which happened today. I took the Chinese test today, and as expected, it's pretty difficult, but honestly, not as bad as I have expected. Yeah, not as bad. You know, I can handle it. Yeah, of course I fucked up a few, like, questions, and you know, messed up a few things, but like generally, I don't think I did all that badly for the Chinese test. And after the Chinese test, people who take economics class have to take the economics test, and I don't have to, because I took physics, and if you take physics, you cannot take economics. It's like, it's not compatible. Ow. Yeah, in school you have to like take compatible classes. You can't just take 2 random classes that you want to take. It must be like compatible. There's a compatibility system, sort of. I can explain that system, like, in like a video in the future. Anyway, and then we had lunch outside. Originally, I was gonna go home to have lunch and just, you know, do my own thing, but I was like, you know what? Screw that. I like my classmates more than, like, home. So I'd rather stay outside. So I ate outside, and then afterwards, people who take Maths Module 2 have to take the Maths Module 2 test, while everyone in our school have to take the Maths Core test. But it's just that they have to add another math test. So I didn't have to take the math test as well. And in the meantime, me, Pink, Adam, and AJ, who didn't take any extra maths class, we played Mario Kart at Pink's house. And I'm gonna be honest here, it's been like 7 or 8 years since I've played Mario Kart, and I was like the last in the first round, but I kind of catch up later. Other than the balloon match thing, I completely messed that one up, because I'm just not good with a Nintendo controller. Nintendo Switch. But yeah, that's basically it. Now for the important stuff. 2 things. Let's get to the thing that doesn't interest me as much first, and that is the whole Grant Anne thing. Grant has a crush on Anne, and yeah. So Topher and Grant was like, Grant dislikes Topher reasonably, because Topher is perverted and kinda disgusting. Topher buys girls drinks and then touches them, because Topher thinks it's okay to touch girls even if the girls didn't say yes, which is like So yeah, Topher, not good. Not a good person. I mean, I respect him. I respect him as a classmate. I do joke around with him sometimes, but like, I'm not gonna be his friend. No, heck no. Um, and apparently, Grant dislikes Topher, which is reasonable. And Anne was pissed at Grant for disliking Topher, which is weird. So that's a problem, and that's been, on Grant's mind for a long time. Natalie's on Grant's side as well. For me, I'm on Grant's side as well because again, Topher is a kind of a filthy person. And that's it. I wish I could talk some sense into Anne, because if Anne sees the person that Topher really is, then, Anne would come to her senses and be like, yeah, you know what? Grant is right. Topher is a douche. But yeah, there's that. Anyway, for a topic a little more interesting, of course, it's about Mary, of course. So something really weird happened. Not super weird, but somewhat weird. During the chemistry, like after the chemistry test, I think I looked around. I was in the school hall where all the people who take the chemistry test are in the school hall, and I was looking around after I finished the test. So after we finished the test and the invigilator, I don't know how it's called in American English, but in British English, invigilator, or because we're in a school hall, invigilators. They said stop, time's up, pens down. The exam is over. So we stopped, and I can look around now because the exam is over, and looking around is allowed after it's finished. Actually, it's unallowed. In an official test/exam, looking around is unallowed, even after finishing. But you know what? Whatever. Who cares? Nobody cares at school. So I looked around, and I know that Mary sits somewhere behind me, and 2 rows towards my left, and like a few seats behind me. So I looked around. I saw Linda over there, who's also taking chemistry test, but she's in 11th grade now. We're in 12th grade. RIP. Yeah, Jordana's directly behind me. And I looked around and I saw Mary. And when I looked at Mary, Mary was also looking at me. And she isn't like looking like this. She's just staring. That's fucking weird. Like, I don't know why. I know for a fact that Mary isn't just looking at me. Like, I'm pretty sure that Mary isn't just looking at me. I'm sure Mary, similar to me, was also doing a scan of all the people around her 360 degrees, but it just so happens that when I looked around and when she looked around, we locked eyes at one another for 1 split second. And that led me to think that she might acknowledge, I mean, yes, I think she does acknowledge that I exist, but more importantly, she cares that I exist. I mean, hopefully, I don't know. Mary's the I don't give a fuck kind of girl, Mary doesn't give a shit about anything. Whoever's opinion about her, she is who she wants to be, and she does what she wants to do, and she doesn't care everything. If she wants to, be, gross, she's gonna be gross. If she wants to be hot, she can be hot. If she wants to be elegant, she can be elegant. But yeah, I think, like, to be realistic, I think she's just looking around. But I think, like, just a little bit, just a tad bit, I think she was actually looking at me. But I don't think she likes me, because if she does, Oliver would know, and Oliver would try to make things happen. And if that's true, then why hasn't anything happened in 3 years? And also, why would anyone like me? Like, romantically, it's impossible to like me, because I don't know, like it's ridiculous that someone would like me romantically. As a friend, it's possible. I do have friends that like hanging out with me, like Pink and, Natalie and some others. But like, I and Mary aren't really that close. And last time we talked, last time we actually had a conversation, it was like 4 years ago, and it's probably something weird. And she thinks I'm weird. So yeah, in conclusion, I think Mary thinks I'm weird. And I think Mary does pay attention to my Instagram stories and my WhatsApp statuses and my friend group, my actions, and the way I dress, the way I put my sweater around my neck as if it's a scarf, but sometimes I would tie it up in a way it looks like some weird fashion statement. I think Mary does notice that, because Mary is a really great observer, and Mary, she sometimes she can read minds, like she can read your emotions really well. She's really sensitive to people's thoughts and body language, but she can also control someone's mind, and that she knows how to, manipulate you and make you think one way and persuade you. Like, she's really good at that. And I guess she's just trying to figure out the real personality of everyone around her, including me, and she just can't figure me out. Hopefully that's the case. Like, that's the best case scenario. That's the best and most plausible and most realistic case scenario. Is that she can't figure me out, which is awesome, because I can't figure her out either. Like, we have very mysterious and interesting and perplexing and enigmatic people like Natalie and Jordana, and I figured both of them out. I understand both of them like to a reasonable degree, but Mary is the only person whom I don't understand, because everything she does, everything she says, all her action, all her WhatsApp statuses, Instagram posts and stories, her rumors about her, all of them don't line up. She's so elusive of a person. I can't figure her out either. Like, sometimes she's this, she's this haha awkward girl. Sometimes she's a bad bitch sometimes, sassy and angry at the world and the society, kind of rebellious sometimes. Sometimes she's gross, but in a hot way, in an attractive way. Sometimes she's horny. Yeah, you can't tell by her actions, but you can tell by some of her Instagram stories and posts. Like, when she's in 8th grade, she made an Instagram post about how she wants to no, stop overthinking. She made an Instagram post about how she wants to just run around naked, and she never really directly expressed that she wants to do it or have any form of sexual activity at all. But yet she plays, she fiddles and fidgets with your senses and stimulates it in a way it's raw, it's primal, it's fundamental, and not straight up at your face, vulgar, which is really stylistic. She's a stylistic thought, a thought with style, and in a good way. And she's not really a thought now too, like she doesn't post photos of her sticking her tongue out. She does that tongue out thing like for a while in like 9th grade, but she stopped doing that, so that's a good thing, I guess. The thing that I appreciate the most about her is her sense of art and her style. I remember one time, like a long time ago, I asked her if she thinks I told you this story like a million times, but in case you didn't watch my previous videos, I asked her if she thinks I'm stupid / crazy. Like, am I dumb? Am I silly? There is this adjective doesn't exist in English, but like, am I cuckoo? Like, am I crazy in a dumb way? Basically. And she said, no, it's your style. And this is one of the most inspiring quotes for me. What she also did is call me a detective. I wouldn't call myself a detective if it weren't for her and Bernice. So now my channel is called Culture Detective, literally an homage to, these two old friends of mine. But her posts are pretty artistic, not necessarily unique in a unique way, kind of, millennial, artsy kind, but still more artistic than like most people, which I really just appreciate. And and she's so soft spoken and so sly, like the way she speaks, it's just, she's like a shadow just creeping up behind your neck. But sometimes she can act so immature, she can act so dumb and fun and playful. It's like she just wants to have some fun. And again, nothing about her makes sense. Like, she's just like, I figured Natalie out. I mean, I didn't figure Natalie out completely, but at least I figure how her mind works, the way she thinks, the way she acts, the way she views life and death and world and society. Like at least I get a vague impression of those things. But for Mary, so there's that. I know I talk a lot about like this kind of stuff, but like, seriously. Oh, another theory that I have is that she's not, she realizes that I'm almost a threat, but almost because I'm always hugging Oliver and hugging Russell in front of Mary, and Mary's like, what the hell are you trying to do? Trying to steal my friends? Even though Russ is not her friend. But Oliver is definitely her friend. And I always hug Oliver because Oliver is like a teddy bear without fur. He's very huggable. And he's just a funny little innocent kid. That being said, he's like 8 months older than me, but anyway, maybe Mary thinks that I'm trying to take Oliver away from her, which is weird. Like, it's a weird theory. In reality, I don't want to do that. In fact, I'm happy that Oliver and Mary are friends. Like, they deserve to be friends. They have a lot of chemistry together. And Oliver deserves friends. I mean, he's like the people's person. That's why I'm hugging him. Everybody hugs him. It's not just me. I mean, Russ does that too. Grant does that. Edward does that. Everybody hugs Oliver. Like, all the girls in our school, all of them just Oliver's like a teddy bear without fur, and not as fat. Kind of skinny, actually. But yeah, there's that. There's that. At one point yesterday, after the English listening test, I was like hanging around with Oliver and Russ, sticking around with them, and they were with Selena and I think Suki, and then Suki's with Mary's gang, so Mary was there as well. So for a second, we were like in the same circle. It's almost as if I was about to start a conversation with Mary until I just walked away. Again, I'm really pissed off at myself for not telling her happy birthday in the staircase, because that's a golden opportunity. If I embarrass myself, only Mary and her friend will feel embarrassed, or make me feel embarrassed. So that's only 2 person. That's like minimum risk. But no, I didn't say happy birthday. That's my last chance. So I'm really pissed off at myself. I really am. But yeah, this morning I had a dream where I almost played volleyball with Linda, and Bernice walked by the classroom. We were playing volleyball in the classroom, and Bernice walked by the classroom and said, my name. Apparently, you play volleyball now. And that's a really good dream, because I really want to talk to Linda and Bernice as well. And I wish this comes true. But yeah, there's that. There's freaking that. It's Wendy's birthday today. Shout out to Wendy. She hadn't told me why do her arms have a lot of bruises. I asked her that question 5 years ago, half a decade ago, but still, shout out to Wendy. She's a pretty fun girl.